Well, I had ice water for breakfast. There's ice in there because I forgot area. So it was ice this morning. I had to bang it against the shelter to loosen it up a little bit. So I'm almost all packed up. The guy who was tending with me, he had ice all over his outer tarp of his tent. So he's drying it off now. But I was over there, it wasn't too bad. Had some extra layers of clothes on. And got down to probably about 25 or so, maybe, I would think. 20, maybe 27, 25. It was below freezing because it was froze my water. Anyway, I'm headed down to get some water right now, dump out this ice, and then I'll head out in a little bit. All right. See, I was right about elevators and escalators and water. Look, there's a Home Depot pipe that is just spewing water out of it. And there's a mountain there behind it. And there's no water up there. There's no stream up there. There's a mountain up there, but this water is just coming out of this pipe. So it's gotta be an elevator, escalator, something, and then it's just coming out right here for us. That's, see, Home Depot, Lowe's, they brought the pipe in, Otis has the elevators. I bet you they're all in cahoots together. Yep, and then it makes a stream, and then people are like, oh, look at this mountain water, this is pretty cool. But no, it's coming from a Lowe's and a Home Depot pipe and Otis elevators. So, all right, goodbye, Mr. Seely-Woodworth Shelter. Thank you very much for having me. I went down that way to the water source this morning. Mooch is here. I just took his picture. Him and I headed off together. We'll probably see each other tonight at the next shelter. The privy is just over there. And we're headed back up the trail. And we're going to go 14 miles today to, not the pre-shelter. We'll stop there for lunch, but the one after that. So another 14-mile day. Should be there about 4 o'clock or so. All right. All right, so I decided to walk a little bit before I talked because I was cold this morning from the shelter. So good night, the Seely-Woolworth Shelter. I actually slept pretty good. I was surprised. No mice or anything like that came to visit me. I was happy about that. I got this morning, I had a strawberry and cheese Danish that I brought with me from yesterday. And I'll have some lunch at the pre-shelter, which is about 6 miles from here. But right now it's kind of flat. And like I said before, we're going 14 miles today. It's our second 14-mile trek. It'll be 4 14s in a row. So today is our second one. And I forget the name of the shelter we're going to, but I'll look at it and find it. Cold night last night, like I said. It was crusty ice on the ground this morning, going down to get some water. And like I said, the guy in the tent, Mooch, he had ice over his tarp over his tent. So it was down pretty cold last night. But I felt pretty good. I was all bundled up. I wasn't shivering or anything like that, so not too bad. So my 20-degree probably gets me down to probably 20 degrees. It was about 25, I think, last night. Anyway, kind of flat so far, and I'll talk to you more when it warms up a little bit more. I think that's where I'm going right there. One of those two mountains, I think, is the Priest. So I'm heading down, and then I got to go about 4 miles up. So one of those two, I think, is where it is. Another massive intersection here. Spy Rock Road in Montebello is 1.9 miles that way. And the Appalachian Trail is this way. Spy Rock is 0.5 and pre-shelter is 4.4. So up for 4.4 miles. All right. This is like a 5-way intersection. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way. This is a 6-way intersection. What's this other road? It doesn't say. We came up that way, and there's a road here, road there, road there, road there, road there. Man, it's a 6-way intersection. All right, let's go back up. All right, up the Priest Shelter, 4.4 miles. All right, that's straight. I've been coming up big time, and I still have ways to go. That's straight. Woo! First shot's kicking my booty. All right, made it to the top of the first hill, and I saw Double Wide and Mooch talking, and we have it's up, down, up, down, up. So there's 3 ups and 2 downs. I'll take another picture at each up. Whew, all right. I don't want to fall down this rock, man. That's just straight down. This is level. Look at that view. Nice view of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 different mountains out there. I see. Wow. All right, I'm going down still from my second up, and I took a picture of it so you guys can see it, and then I think we have one more up and then Priest Mountain. All right, got to the top of my 3rd hill. Time wasn't as bad, but the next time will be. So I have 1.2 miles to the Priest Shelter, and then I got to climb after that too. So I think I have like about a 1/4 mile down and a mile up. So took another picture. Got all these pictures for you guys to see. All right, going down. All right, Priest-Shelter is 1 mile. Another intersection. I have no idea what road this is, or if it is a road. But Priest is 1 mile north. So that's where I'm going. All right, so this is a picture of the Priest Wilderness area. I came from Seely-Woodworth Shelter up around there. Now I am entering the Priest Wilderness where that little eye is, and going through the Priest Wilderness area. And here it says the Priest Wilderness, George Washington National Forest. This is the famous Priest Shelter. It's about 6-person boat where I stayed last night. But they have a brand new privy up there. Look at that thing. That thing is sparkling brand new. Looks like a cabin or something. I'm here with Mooch and Double Wide. Hi guys, say hi everybody. All right, but we took a little detour to come down to Priest for lunch, and we're gonna head back up and then down, and then we'll see you guys later. But this is the Priest. It's just a composition book. It's really a confession book. But I'll tell you a little bit what I read inside. I don't want to photograph it for privacy reasons. But all right, I'll talk to you guys later. This was the way to the Priest Shelter I just came back from. 18 North is this way. So the Priest Shelter is famous for people confessing some sins, and there's some interesting stuff in the book. I don't want to say any names or anything like that, but some people say they didn't go too far off the side of the trail to do their business. A couple of people saying that they did leave a trace. They left some stuff at a shelter. there's actually some real confessions in there. People confessing that, not sure if they made a right move when they followed their girlfriend to another city and they're sticking it out. And there's some silly stuff in there. There was one by Cinnabon I saw that was pretty good. He goes, "Isn't every mountaintop a false top unless you're in Katahdin or Springer? Because they're the only two that matter. And then flip-floppers, you're fooling yourself because you don't get to finish at a mountain." There was a couple other songs and prayers and stuff like that. But the book only went back a couple of months. I didn't see, I saw Spartacus and Cinnabon and Roadkill in there. I did not see Rope Bunny, or he didn't write anything, let's put it that way. Anyway, oh, I did see Bluegrass and Motown too. They're only about 4 days ahead of me. I thought there would be a lot more. They're the father and son team that I saw in Franklin, where I had my big margarita. Anyway, we're headed up mountain still, and then we're headed down. But the privy looked brand new. Didn't need to go, so I don't really need to take the extra steps to go up there. But that was the famous priest shelter. All right, gonna go up, and then supposedly it's a gnarly down on the other side. The downhill is not easy, so we'll see when we get there. I might like it if it's anything like Dragon's Tooth, so we'll see. But no hurt myself, no hurt, no hurt, no hurt. All right, we're about halfway in for the day. About 7 more miles to go to the shelter, and then we'll have a shelter again tonight, and hopefully tomorrow night I get picked up at Dripping Spring Rock parking spot. It's mile 850, so I'm going to stay at 837 tonight. Last night I stayed at 823, so we'll see. All right, I'm keeping on at the top of Priest. It said there's a view, but there wasn't. But this says there will be another view a little bit ways down the mountain. So we're at over 4,000 feet right now. And everybody said this is a gnarly descent. So we're going to go 3,000 feet straight down in, I think, 3 miles. So I don't know the exact number of miles, but they say it's a pretty hard descent. So I'm not sure how much I'll film of it, if any, but we'll let you see what I can let you see. All right, so here we go. All right, so this is coming down from Priest Mountain. I agree. All right, that was mute. That was Mooch just saying that pictures never do justice. He's right. Anyway, this is coming down from Priest Mountain. This is the view of the valley down there. If you can see through the trees, it's beautiful. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, see through the trees, it's better. But it's beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, all right. All right, so we started our descent, and it's a lot of rocks, so I can't really use my sticks too much. I'm basically rock hopping down. I'm pointing the camera straight down at the ground pretty much. But I know I'm going the right direction. But we're going down, and it's rock. So I can tell it's going to be hard on the knees. Oh, here's a better view. Here's that view they were talking about. Okay, much better. There you go. That's a nice view of the valley. Very nice. I like that view. Okay. All right, I got distracted by the view. I'm like a squirrel. I saw a squirrel. There's no squirrels up here. No, I didn't see a squirrel. Anyway, I'm back on the trail going down, and like I said, there's just lots of rocks. So, nothing too treacherous so far, but I'm only about a tenth of a mile down. So we'll see if it gets any more dangerous. Danger wheel! Oh, there you go. Danger wheel, danger! Yes, Mr. Robinson. Tripping root there. So, alright, I'm gonna put this away for a while. Oh, because I am tripping. Not that I can't see, but I'm not looking. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, nothing's been too crazy. There's been a lot of rocks and step overs like this. I think the worst part is it's constant. And some of the things that you have to worry about are these little rocks like this. If you step on it, they roll. And they roll beneath your feet. So therefore you're not going to get traction and you can slip. I've done that a couple times already. But other than that, the actual, there's not been any, like, you know, scaling or anything like that. Just a lot of rocks. So we'll see if there's any more. Wow, this is a much better view of the valley. This is coming down from Priest Mountain. I'm about halfway down. And it's gorgeous. Still a little cloud cover to the right a little bit, but man, what a great view. Whew. Alright, definitely gotta get a selfie with this one. I think Lee will want me to get a selfie with this one. So I'm probably more than halfway down the mountain now, and it's turned into this dirt path. So I don't think that was too terrible, if that's what they were talking about, as far as coming down the Priest Mountain. Yeah, it was rocky and somewhat slippery, but I mean, I didn't have to grab on anything or, you know, do anything weird. So, but maybe other people's treacherous is my fun. I don't know. Anyway, I stopped and made some phone calls, got some arrangements for tomorrow night. So I'm going to be at a shelter tonight at mile 837, but I'm going to be picked up from the Dripping Spring parking lot, which is mile 850 tomorrow night, and go into Waynesboro. So, because I have to do some real estate paperwork for my property in Philadelphia on Friday. So I need to be there Thursday night. So I'm probably going to take Friday off. Zero work, real estate day. Anyway, I'm still about an hour and a half or 2 hours from the shelter. So I will talk to you guys probably when I get there. Oh, lots of little rocks. No, it's not Arkansas. It's here, Virginia. All right. So we're coming up to Cripple Creek. See a nice flowing water over the rocks. That's pretty cool. Nice flow. Cripple Creek. I get some water here, and I should be set by the time I get to the shelter then for the night for dinner. I think I go right over it, up here. Is that politically correct? Cripple Creek? Can we say that? Should it be Disabled Creek? Oh, look at this. Nice water. Let's sit here in the sun and guzzle some water and take some for the road. Alright. At Cripple Creek, look at that. Very nice flow. There it goes. Alright, I just looked at the map, and I still got a ways to go. I've been lollygagging all day coming down this mountain. Not as fast as I thought I was. It's 4 o'clock. I still got 4 miles to go. I'm not going to get there to 6 o'clock tonight. So, gotta put the afterburners on. Don't want to get there too late because I have to cook and get my bed ready, and sunsets at like 7 o'clock or 7:15 or something like that. So, but I do have water, so I'm good. And we'll see what happens when I get there. See if anybody's there or not. But, all right, going fast. Or I should say going faster. Don't want to get hurt. I'm out of the Priest Wilderness. That's where I just came down. So, there's a road here or something like that. I have to cross. Anyway, so that was the Priest Wilderness. All right. And I don't know how much further I have. Maybe 2 miles to the shelter. Making some pretty good time. No, probably 2.5. Anyway, there's a road here, probably talking about the Priest Wilderness also. And I probably have to go across the road. Whew. All right. I think I can put this away. Priest and Three Ridges Wilderness. So I'm going into the Three Ridges. So I'm right here in the middle. I'm going to Harper's Creek Shelter right there. And I was at the Priest right there. All right. So Harper's Wilderness. So I'm sorry, Three Ridges Wilderness. Harper's Creek Shelter. All right, that's where I'm going. It's like a little campsite here. Oh, a little bridge. So it looks like people can camp right here off the road. Little campsite. With a fire. And another suspension bridge. All right, going over a bridge. These are cool bridges. So sick. Oh. What is the password? Appalachian Trail. Wrong. What is the password? Thruhiker. Wrong again. One more chance. What is the password? Please? Yes, you can go through. Wow, what a beautiful view. This must be Harper's Creek. Beautiful, beautiful view. Going downstream right there. Big old rocks. What a cool bridge. I don't think I've been on this many suspension bridges in my life in the past 2 months. Up and down, up and down. Woo! Yes, I'm a little kid, I know. All right. Not sure where I am going yet. Up. Up. Am I going up? Or am I going left? I gotta think I'm going up. Let me check. Yep, I see a marker up there. Okay. I figured I'm going up. Yep, I'm going up to Harper's Creek into the Harper's Three Ridges Wilderness. All right. I knew the last couple of miles were going to be up. All right, I'm going to put this down. All right, I've been going up for about a mile. I got 0.8 left to go up to the top of this hill. And then I go down, and then again up again. But, whew, I've been trudging a lot today. That downhill from the Priest was much nicer than uphill. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, this flattens out a little bit. Nice. Nice, I got a reprieve. Ooh. All right. I'll talk to you guys probably when I get to the shelter or top of something. All right, these hills at the end of the day, kicking my booty. Another 2/10 of a mile, I think, going up. Ooh. You know, it's hard when you get about 5 feet of flat and you're like, oh yeah, ooh. But we're going back up. About 2/10 of a mile. Ah, man. All right. Let's see at the top. Never so happy to see an intersection. All right. That's the Maupin Field Shelter. Is that way on the Harn Trail. Harper's Creek Shelter is 0.8. We gotta go this way. Whew. All right, I made it to Harper's Creek, and Harper's Creek Shelter should be just a little bit up there somewhere. Gotta cross over here first. Kind of sketchy. All right. Yeah, I got a big boulder. Get my foot right on this boulder. Harper's Creek. All right. Little pool, kiddie pool. Oh, little waterfall right there. Pretty cool. Harper's Creek. All right. I might have to come back here in the morning to get water. Going to my shelter. I see one other person here with the dog. That's good. Keep the mice away. Ooh. Shelter is across the creek, it looks like. In the shade. Made in the shade. Alright. Ooh. At least I have water for the morning. All right. Slackpack across the creek. All right. We're at the shelter. Ooh. Harper's Creek Shelter, George Washington National Forest. All right, dinner tonight, beef stroganoff and some tortilla shells. I didn't film it because I didn't want to see me burn myself, but I didn't. But I did run out of fuel, and Wagonaire over there helped me out, give me a whole canister of fuel, lighten his load, and help me eat tonight. So, thank you.